Hi guys, Nicola Swan here. Today I'm going to be reviewing some vintage reproduction clothing from House of Foxy. So the first item is a waterfall skirt, and it is called that. So the waterfall skirt is named for this ruffle that comes down the side. It's nicely constructed. It's got a functional button and zipper here so that you can get into it. The seams are nicely stitched. There's no lining on this piece. And all of the clothing I'll be trying today is a size US 8 or UK 12. That's my usual street size. You can see that I am corseted. So my natural waist is about 29 or 30 inches depending on waist fluctuation, but right now I'm probably laced in at about 28 inches. The next piece I'll be trying is this pair of, so that's the back, I've got the front, it's a pair of 40s Reproduction pants, and they've got a bit of a sailor bell bottom, if you can see that, and two buttons at the side along with a zip, and again not lined of course, as I would not expect these to be. I really like this seam right here, so I'm excited to see how they fit on. They look big when I hold them up, but I think that's just because there's so much fabric in the leg. And then the other piece I'm really excited about is this Ava tea dress. And so this looks like it's going to be really flattering on. It's got this nice shirred fabric at the shoulder, sort of a gathered waistband under the bust, and then it sort of floats down into the skirt. And this should hit me, I think, about knee length. So let's try those on. First up is the waterfall skirt. I really like the fit. There is some room at the waistband, but of course I'm corseted and this is sitting at my natural waist. It's not so much room that it's gaping or looking strange. I do have enough space to tuck in a blouse or a shirt. The waterfall is cascading and falling really nicely. There's a nice smooth line down over my hips, even though I'm not wearing shapewear underneath. When I'm wearing vintage reproduction, I would typically wear a slip or a girdle of some kind, but you certainly could wear it without it. I'm going to climb up on the chair so you can see what the full length looks like. So you can see there's a nice smooth line. There's no bulging. The waterfall is falling nicely. There's no puckering at the button. And the zip went up nice and easily. And if I turn around, move my laces out of the way and my hair, you can see again, there is a bit of space. And if I was going to be lacing tighter on a regular basis, I probably would have this taken in. But since I don't lace all the time and I'm not a tight lacer, I probably will leave this as is. And so let's try the pants. And these are the 40 style pants. So again, a nice fit through the waist. There is some stretch in these, so I think they would fit a wide range of people within this size. So I'm at the upper end of a size US 8, UK 12 right now because my weight does fluctuate. But I think these fit nicely through the hip, through the bum. And I'll stand on the chair again to show you the hem in a minute. I will say that it took me a minute to get into these, and my mistake was I did the buttons up first and then tried to do the zipper. But I'll undo them after I show you the bottoms and you'll see what I mean. If you do the buttons up first, you're gonna get this gaping at the zipper, and you will not be able to get that open no matter how much you contort yourself. Trust me. So you'll wanna zip first and then do the buttons. That being said, there is some stretch in the fabric, so you'll be able to get that zipper up even if you are a curvier girl like me. And standing up on the chair, these are pulling a little bit through the hip and thigh, so I think these will fit more nicely with a panty girdle or some other shapewear underneath. I like the way they fall. They'll look quite nice with a heel on. And let's lower the camera so that you can see the bottoms. And you can see that it falls in a straight line from the thigh to the ankle. I'm standing on my toes because I would wear these with heels, perhaps a bit lower so they would just be skimming the tops of my shoes. And now I'll show you what I mean about the buttons and the zipper. So you do your buttons up first. It's going to be challenging to get the zipper up. You will have to contort yourself to pull that. So a lot better to do zipper first and then buttons. And then this is the 30s style Ava tea dress. This is a really flattering cut. It's based on a 1930s nightgown in the bodice. This fabric is vintage style, so it floats and hangs the way that this dress really would have when it was in style. The cap sleeves are nice and roomy, so that would fit a variety of bodies. The crossover neckline you could wear without the tank top if you wanted to be a bit more revealing, but if you wanted to wear this every day as a work dress for, you know, kind of going about your errands, this would be perfectly appropriate. The waist is nipped in and I think creates a really flattering silhouette. With vintage reproduction clothing would generally be corseted, so that's how I'm trying things on. In the back, it's got a high neckline, and this piece is lined, as you would expect and hope. And I'll climb up on the chair again so you can see what the length looks like. So this is hitting me just at about the knees, and I am 5'5" for reference. Has a nice swish when you twirl, very floaty. So overall, this is probably my favorite piece of the three. After that, I would say the waterfall skirt. I think this is going to be a really versatile piece that I can wear with a lot of things. I do like the trousers quite a bit as well. The fit for these was not quite as good as the tea dress and the skirt, but I'm not going to blame House of Foxy for that. I am quite hourglass shaped, and so a size 8/12 is always going to fit me a bit better on top through the waist than it is through the hips and bottom. And I'll have to try these with a pair of heels to see what the length looks like. So thanks for watching. I would give these pieces a 5 out of 5 for the dress and the skirt, and probably a 4.5 out of 5 out of the pants. And I would absolutely buy from House of Foxy again.